Hey, Flosstube, it's Heidi. I can see you now. Yeah, here's an action shot of me if you ever see me at a retreat. That's it. Anyways, it's pretty sad that I gotta put glasses on to see the buttons on the phone. And then maybe back here I can kind of see what's going on. Anyways, welcome back if you've ever watched, and welcome aboard if you haven't. I apologize. It's been a hot minute, like 6 weeks or so. I really thought I was going to get a video done between retreats. And again, you hit play and your nose starts to itch. It's just like at work. You put gloves on and your nose starts to itch. It's ridiculous. So here's the first time of many. You're going to see me scratch my nose. Pardon, you would think. I don't know. Anyways, moving right along. I really thought I was going to do a video in between the two retreats. I just came off of 2 back-to-back retreats. The Rocky Run Ranch Retreat, it's hard to say, and Leitchfield, Kentucky. That was awesome. And then the next week was the Barefoot Needleart Retreat down at Myrtle Beach. Wonderful. So the day after I left to go to Kentucky was the day the Helene came through Appalachia. And we got like 8 or 9 inches of rain. They said we were going to get 4. So, you know, if it was bad here, it was hellacious south of us. We've all seen the pictures. It's ridiculous. It's so sad. Prayers for them. Seriously, I've been thinking about them a lot. A lot of friends and whatnot have been going down with Samaritan's Purse and whatnot, and I've been seriously considering it here, going down to help here soon. But anyways, we got about 9 inches of rain and we lost power Friday. We did not get power back till Monday. God bless my neighbor. You've all heard me praise that I've got the best neighbors, and I feel bad for y'all because you don't have them. I have been trying to get a generator for this house, like just go ahead and do the full house generator for about 6 months, trying to find anyone to call you back. You know how it is. We're all in the same boat, trying to get anything done. I had spoken to someone and I'd gotten a pseudo quote. They just needed to come out and do the final whatever. Yes, this is what you need. And of course, all this hits. So the neighbor, who does have a whole house generator, ran a cord down from his wood shop to us so we could at least save the fridge and the freezer. So God bless Kevin and Carol Lee again. So honestly, it was not a big deal for us. An inconvenience. We had a lot of water and couldn't get across through the road there for a while, but Rusty enjoyed a few nights at the hotel just so he could relax and get a shower, because, you know, we're on well and septic, so water goes away too. Anyways, so needless to say, I caught home Sunday night, got the hotel room with Rusty and hung out, and came back here Monday morning and started working, and I'd say probably about 1 or 2 in the afternoon we had power back, so it was fine. But then Wednesday is when I left to go to Myrtle Beach. So, video just wasn't on the radar. Anyways, so my apologies. In the past 6 weeks, I want to say thank you very much. There's been a lot of mentions, shout outs, whatever, primarily because of the floss drops that people have purchased and or used as giveaways and whatnot. So I want to thank very much Artsy Housewife, Fanciful Flamingo, A Stitch in the Matrix. If you're not watching her, go watch her. She's funny. She's good. Jen's Fiberweb, Jan's Stiff Stitches, and Jan and I started a stitch along. You know, I don't do those very often, but she twisted my arm, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. Red Cross Stitcher, who I was at the retreat with in Myrtle Beach. I met her last year. She was a table mate. This year she was a pseudo table mate. She's across the way from me. And Cat Mom Crafts, all of those people. God bless them. Thank you very much. I certainly appreciate it. Who else? Seems like there's, oh, well, at the retreat, they haven't, I'll get to that. Anyways, don't want to get ahead of myself. I've already got entirely too much to show you. It's going to be a long one because it's been so long for me, getting my poop in a group. So take a minute, get your drink, settle in, and we'll get started. I will do like, I have an Etsy update, I have an obscene amount of haul and whatnot from the retreats. Obscene. It's obscene. Whatever. You only live once, right? So I'm going to save all that for the end. So if that's what you want to see, you don't give a rip about what I'm stitching and you want to see the good stuff, fast forward. If you don't like hearing me blather on about the Etsy stuff and the haul ain't your thing, we're going to get started. So there you go, kids. As I make a bunch of noise and whatever, but didn't break anything. Okay, checking out my notes because again, it's a bunch. Finishes. Believe it or not, kids, I have finishes. Not fully finished. I wouldn't want to like really set you over the edge, but I do have 2 finishes. I did a finish at each retreat. A goal I didn't know I had, but I was beyond thrilled to do. First one up, they're both old projects. So again, they're Ada delights because, I mean, I love Ada, don't get me wrong, but I just lament the fact that I wasted my good years, you've heard me say it before, when I could see on giant Ada. Anyways, this one is, it has a funky name. Of course, I didn't write it down. It's around here somewhere, but it's from the Historical Sampler Company. You know and love them, and it's just a wedding sampler I had done way before I met Rusty, because I was like, I'll give it away someday. I'm never getting married. Surprise. Anyways, there she is. And here's a little bit of a close-up. Isn't pretty? Really turned out cute. I like to live dangerously. Look at that. It'll be fun framing that, won't it? Oh well. Some creative stuff will be used here. Sorry. I'm on a squeaky footstool. But there's that one. Finish number 1. Literally, I probably was trying to think, well, I've known Rusty for 10 years. Our 5th year anniversary is coming up. That thing's probably 15 years old. I'm just guessing. Maybe more. Next up, this is the lady that's been hiding in my closet forever. If you've been watching me, you know that I knew I had her. Just couldn't find her. And then all of a sudden, there she is, clear in the back of the armoire that I had all my cross-stitch stuff in. You'd think I'd know that's where I would look, but whatever. This is a lavender and lace. I don't even know if I'm pretty certain I started her last century. When I found her, I had like that much more to stitch, quite literally, and then all the beads. So I'd finished, on the last video you saw that I finished the stitching, and started some of the beading. And then at the beach retreat, Saturday, I just started. It was like, I'm going to bead all stinking day. I had like 1,000, didn't seem like 1,000, 800 beads or so to go. And that is all I did Saturday. And that is all I did Sunday morning. I mean, we were like the first people in there and I'm stitching away. I'm like, I'm going to ring this stinking bell and I'm going to get this thing off my list. And every time, I mean, it was stunning to begin with. I know, I'll shut up and I'll show you here in a second. She was beautiful to begin with, but every time I started a new color of bead, it added a whole different level to this thing. And she's big, so I don't know how I'm going to show it, but I'm going to try. But here she is. So, I know, she doesn't look like anything from a distance. But, here we go. Can you see those? I can't see what I'm showing you. Going blind. But all those beautiful beads. I love the ones in her hair. And then the little wreath she's holding. Let alone all those ones in her dress. My gosh. They are beautiful. So, if she's in your stash, kids, go pull her out. Totally worth it. Somebody's backing up. Ta-da! So there's that. 2 finishes. Beyond thrilled that I've got something accomplished. So not only do I have 2 finishes, I have 4 starts. Because I'm nuts. But that's all right. If you can hear that, someone somewhere's backing up. Or it just shut up, so maybe it'll go boom. Anyways, going from the top of the pile as opposed to what's on my list. First up was the stitch along that I started with Jan Steph. It is Rosewood Manor Autumn Quaker. Again, in the last video where I had my recap from my sister trip, where I'd stopped at Keepsakes, they had the thread pack that I was missing. I bought this a while ago, a year or so ago, but they didn't have, actually, yeah, I think I bought it at the Barefoot Retreat last year, but they didn't have any more of the thread packs, the Valdani thread packs. So I got them at Keepsakes, and when I put it on the video, Jan was like, hey, I've got that one. You want to start it? Sure. So we picked the first day of fall, and we started it. I started in the middle just because of my random mystery fabric. I'm using the called for 28 count. Well, I won't say called for. The count was called for. Fabric, I don't know what it is. Something I found in the stash. But there is the start. And it's really quite beautiful. Because, I mean, look at these. Look at these. Just beautiful. Valdani threads. And hey, those are pretty cute too. Ta-da! Little autumn ladies. So it's been fun to stitch. Again, I love super variegated threads, whether Valdani, Cottage Garden. You know, not all the overdyes are super variegated, but these really are. And I think they add such a pretty, I don't know, variable to it. Very neat. Gamma's Treasures. Next up, y'all been seeing this everywhere. I don't think I showed it because I don't think I had it yet. It was, where did I see it first? Probably Comfort Stitching, Jackie. This was going to be her birthday start. The Julia Rachel de la Mare, 1849. Beautiful. Beautiful. What's not to love about those? And this, I got the 40 count. What did it end up being? Hemingway Linen by Needle and Flax. Only got a little start on it, but hey, she's a start. I started this one at the Barefoot Retreat. I think the light's pretty decent. Let me play with that. Maybe that helps. Got one little rose done, part of the border. She's gonna be beautiful. Oh, and I put her in a bag I bought at the Kentucky retreat. And this is that's right, Creative Country Girl, Tammy Blaylock. I'm sure plenty of you have heard of her. You can follow her on Instagram. But here's her bag. Isn't that beautiful? She was a vendor there as well. And she was at my table. She's super wonderful. Very sweet. Go check her out. I have her card somewhere. I'm finding it. Stand by. There it is. Creative Country Girl. TammyBlaylock.com. She has beautiful bags. She does retreat bags. I'm sure you've seen her other stuff. Or other people show her stuff. I've seen some recently. I think Brenda just showed one on her last video. Gorgeous bags. Gorgeous. She has a lot of cute stuff. Go check out Tammy's. Go check out Tammy's site. Next up, again from the sister trip, we went to Claire Stitching Post. That was the name of it, up in Vermilion, Ohio. and got the piece that Teresa Kogut had done specifically for her, Bluebirds of Hope. I got the 40 count. Here's the pretty colors. True Teresa fashion. I think most of them are DMC with a couple overdye. And here's my start. So cute. I know, it's a little piece. Something I don't normally do. It's delightful. Love that fabric too. I believe that's a fox and rabbit. I believe. Yes, Eucalyptus by Fox and Rabbit, 40 count. Just beautiful. Love that piece. If you want it, I believe it's still just available through Claire's Stitching Post in Vermilion, Ohio. You can call them and they will hook you up. Last but not least of the starts. If you've been following me on the Instagram, you've seen a couple updates on this one. God knows it took a while to get all the goodies for this. I would show you a picture of it, but when you do a PDF of a chatelaine, you don't get a full picture of it. You can just guess. So this is, like I said, Sleeping Beauty. And chatelaines, for the most part, correct me if I'm wrong, all you true chatelainers out there, you start in the middle, because there's always some sort of mandala, and if you don't start in the middle, God bless you. I don't know how you do it. I mean, I guess you could. But anyways, there's the middle. That's my start. And I've done some of the beads just so you can see them. It's done on a 32 count opalescent, Lugana, even weave, one of those. Are they the same? If I say yes, I'll be wrong. If I say no, I'm still wrong. I'm not going to split that hair. I love them both. They're nice and easy to stitch on. Super dense stitching, but the colors are really amazing. Can't wait to see that keep going. There you go. There's good gravy. I think that's most of all the colors. I can't even show them. There's so many. DMC, silk, treasure braid, everything. And half a pound of beads. So I'll have to definitely make certain I find a stud somewhere to hang this thing on eventually. Or lean it against something. There is that. Oh, here's one of my little thread books. You'll see this. So see, this is a thread book in action. And I put the little vellum in there so that when you close it, it doesn't just flop over to the other side. You'll see more of those later in the old Etsy update. You've been warned. And the pile's going to get impressive. Again, no scratch number 2. If I were really good and I could edit anything, I could just do a compilation of how many times I sit here and rub my nose. Wouldn't that be fun? Not really. Okay, moving right along to all the whips. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. I've been trying to be busy. Really, I promise. Next up would be the Jardin Prive. This is what she'll look like when she's done. It was one of the deals where you buy 3 different patterns. This is Sampler and Bouquet 2. It's a little bit of a glare, sorry. With the pretty DMCs. I need to start a second pile. And there we go. Finished the alphabet. Got a good part of the flower motif there and the bird done. And starting on this little Quaker here. I took this along to the retreats just because it being Ada, it's easier to see. And if you've been to a retreat, you know, no matter how many light sources you take with you, you never really know what you're going to be able to see. And then eventually, everybody's kind of hanging out somewhere in the hotel lobby or wherever when the stitching room hasn't opened up or closed for the night or whatever. And then you're really at the mercy of some crappy lighting. So helpful retreat hint number 1, if you've never been to one, take something you can see easily with minimal light. So for me, that's Ada and or, 32, 36 maybe, or fill in on one of those, so then you can actually have some stitching time instead of squinting time. Next up, in the whip parade, basically, is Let Love Rain by Teresa Kogut. I decided, there's all the pretty colors. I decided I was going to head over to the other corner. So I have, the whole line done. But I decided to head over here and work on that corner a little bit. So there we go. Slowly getting across the top. Very pretty. The more I work on it, the more I like it. If you remember from earlier videos, my biggest thing, 3.5. The biggest thing was, it wasn't certain if I liked it on that dark of a fabric, but it's growing on me. It's still a beautiful piece. I love the blue accent and all of that. It's really very pretty. Teresa knocks it out of the park again. That is done on a 40 count mystery fabric. I'm running a special on some mystery fabric here. The Jardin Prive, I believe, was an 18 count, just white Ada. If anyone's keeping track. Next up, is, didn't have my pooping group here. Seasons by the Sea, Jeanette Douglas. I was working on the autumn the last time you saw me. Still on a 36 count, 1/2. And I almost got it done. But man, did I jack up. Number 4. What is that? Is that Bargello? Somebody tell me. That was all off. That was a hot mess. I had to pull it out. Not all of it. Pieces, parts, got it relined up. And then I just lost my will to live there. So I didn't finish it. I was like, no, she gonna have to wait. I'm tired of looking at you. So basically all I have left to do is like one little motif over here and the rest of that center. And then I shall move on to winter. But she's gorgeous. See the difference in the border? How it changes the colors for the seasons. I've gotten several comments where people have gone out and purchased this. God bless you. You'll enjoy it. It's stunning. She really is beautiful. Next up, I just pulled this one out the other night when I got home because I was like, let's do something different. It is Consider the Lilies Heartstring Samplery. And oh man, a little rat's nest there. All the beautiful colors. Let's see if I can get it. Ugh. Again, same thing. I decided I'd switch over because I've finished the outside border. Beep. I decided to go over here to work for a little while just to change it up a little bit. So I got the little bird done. Let me fold this up because I can't even see if you're even remotely on camera. And a few flowers. You can see that. I kind of jacked up that bird a little bit. Apparently I wasn't paying attention. Big surprise. But there's enough variegation in there that a little bit of stitches right here, and his belly was supposed to be a different color, but artistic license, right? Consider the lilies. Next up, this has kind of been my focus piece. I worked on it a lot at the retreats. I am determined to get this thing done this year. I do not have a picture of it because, well, here, let me show you what it is. It's Teresa Kogut's Land That I Love. And I have to go clear back for you to see it. I've been focusing on the blue house in that bottom corner there. And fold it up so you can see it. There we go. And I don't have that picture because at the Kentucky retreat, a little lady came over and was asking me about it. And I told her who it was and showed her the pattern or the book. And there were a few vendors there, and she went up and bought, I think it was Teresa's most recent patriotic book. And she brought it back and she's like, I don't see it. Is it not in here? And I'm like, oh, I felt bad in a way. I mean, you buy any Teresa, it's going to be good. But I was like, no, actually, this is kind of a standalone book because it's an older pattern. And I double checked to make certain because, you know me, I make working copies. And I had all my working copies and I'm over 75% done. So I just gave her the book. I was like, here you go. You can have it next. So I'm about done. Enjoy. So I don't have a picture of it, but you've seen it. 100 other people have done it and it's almost done. So you get the gist, but it's done on the, I think it's 36 count called for ale. Am I lying? Could be. Tin roof, 32 count. I'm lying. And I started this bad boy in May. That's right. May of 22. I was at home with my dad and started it. So I would really like to get it done. And again, somewhere in this band, my friend who I mentioned earlier, Beth, the Red Cross Stitcher, she has finished this year. And in this band with the strawberries and whatnot, she has added a bunch of, I liked her idea. She has a lot of military people in her family. And she had added a bunch of their initials throughout the piece here. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in all the initials of my dad, my uncles that were in the service. And then make note of that on the back of the piece. So, since it's a patriotic piece, I thought, that's a really good idea, Beth. Thank you very much. Next up is Owl Forest Embroidery, Ever Flowering Garden. You all have heard the story. I won't repeat it. Unless you're new here, go back a couple videos. This is a drama piece. There's no denying it. There's drama. I have switched over to primarily all cottage garden threads and all their beautiful variegation. And the restart is on, that's right, I said restart, is on, oh, it has glitter, 40 count vintage country mocha. You saw this on the last one, and I've basically just added a little extra on the bottom, trying to finish up there. Kind of, sort of. There you are, kind of in the frame. I'm debating about the lighter green there. There's 3 or 4 little, oh, pardon, 5 squares. I'll use that light green. And I'm like, I kind of like it. It's called Pickle, was the one I'm using. It seems kind of bright compared to the others. It is the same color that I'm using in this band, too. And I'm like, you know, I don't know. So I did find a different kind of green. It's another cottage garden. I think it's called Ivy. I found that when I was at Myrtle Beach. I'm looking over there because there they sit, out of frame, out of reach, whatever. But I think I'm going to finish these little things up, these little 5 squares up, and then I will kind of use that green instead of the the pickle bright green going forward. I like the variation, but it's a little bright. So, stand by. We'll see what I end up doing. That piece is liable to be here for a hot minute. Anyways, here's another one of the retreat pieces I was working on. It is Plum Street Samplers, Sweetheart Hill. I chose it because, you know, that house is no joke, people. My good gravy. It just kept going. I thought I was getting somewhere. I was wrong. There's pretty threads. I'm doing it on 32 count flax, so that would be a 2/2. And last time I basically just had an outline, a roof, and this little dude standing there. But now, there we go. We're getting kind of see the shape of the hill and a lot of the house, because I was just like, if I can outline these windows, and at some point I can just sit there and knock them out. And then I ran out of thread, and then I bought thread. But apparently, I picked up. Well, that's the beauty of going to the Barefoot Retreat. If you need something while you're there, Amy's at the retreat, Memory's at the store when they're open on Friday and Saturday. And if you need something, you just order it on their website. And then in the afternoon, people bring all the stuff you've ordered. So, Uber for stitching. That's just delightful. But I must have hit the wrong thing. And instead of Classic Color Works, I must have hit Gentle Arts, I think, for the house color. So it showed up and I'm like, that seems a little off. It's pretty color, just not quite. So yeah, I'll have to try again. Next up, Mary Gypsum from Whilst Iris Naps. I did a pathetic little start on this last time. I've kind of doubled it. So, still kind of sad. These, I got the called for silks. They're awfully pretty. And here we go. That's what I've got. The lighting is less than stellar. It's dreary here today, so even though I'm sitting right beside the window, it's not helping much. So, but I think before I only had like 2 little humpy doodles of that border started and just a little bit of the gold. So, might have tripled what I had. Woohoo! Progress! Hey, that's it for the whips. I think. Yes. Yes. All right, moving right along. Plans. All right, here in a few weeks I'm going to Tennessee to see my sister. And I think I'm going to make her dreams come true. She's always said, I want to do a video. I'm funny. Like, you don't have to be funny. Or the sister in me is like, oh, you funny. But anyway, so we're going to do, a friend of hers is going to show us how to do some ice dyeing. And so then we're going to hang out and do crafty stuff. And maybe, just maybe, we'll do a video and you'll see my sister. And she'll be happy. God willing. Stand by. And we might have some new stuff to show you there too. So we'll see. We'll see what we get done. We have some ideas. There's your tease. Come back or don't, you know. Or I could just be totally wrong. Not unusual. So that's plans for that. Like I said, that's in a few weeks. So hopefully next video will be in a few weeks. Won't be nearly as long as this last time. Because trust me, there's a handful of people at Barefoot Retreat that recognize me, and you know who you are. God bless you. And it was so fun. I was a vendor at both retreats. So it was a lot of fun to have time to talk to everybody on a more one-on-one type situation. So it was great. But yeah, a couple of people were like, I haven't seen a video in a while. I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. Sorry, I suck. So moving right along. Yes. So I'm going to do the retreat recaps, and then we'll get into the Etsy stuff, and then we'll do haul. Okay? And we're 35 minutes in, so hey, we're doing all right. I hope your butt isn't numb yet. And anyways, because mine is sitting on this footstool, making all the squeaky noises. Anywho, so like I said, the Rocky Run Ranch Retreat was up first. I went with my friend Teresa, and oh darn, there was a cross-stitch store between Virginia, to West Virginia, and over to Kentucky, right? So, and that was Village Sampler in St. Albans, West Virginia. I'd been there before, about a year or so ago, a year and a half ago, and it's still just as wonderful. Great store, and a really cute little town. If you've never been, find it. It's worth the drive. It's like right outside of Charleston, which is, pretty central West Virginia, right off of 64. So it's not like you're going in the back and beyond to find the place. And they couldn't have been sweeter. They knew we were going to a retreat. They knew we were coming back on Sunday. They gave us their number. They're like, we're not open on Sunday, but if there's something you want, we'll be glad to come in. So could not be more accommodating. Highly recommend. If you're ever, like I said, if you're there, you're close, or if you're not, road trip, check it out. I guess I could. Well, nah. So we stopped there for about an hour. Then we went on. And again, the whole time there, driving, it rained. I don't think there was a minute that we were in Kentucky where it was not raining. Because Helene came up, nailed North Carolina, Tennessee, Eastern Tennessee, Virginia, or Southwest Virginia, and then stalled over Western Kentucky. So the worst of everything here, was that Friday, and it was bad there too. I mean, it was raining hard, but Saturday was just relentless. It just never stopped. And then Sunday, I think there was maybe 10 miles total of the 400-mile trip. It didn't rain. Okay, maybe 50 miles. But not all together. It was ridiculous. I was so glad that when I finally went to Myrtle Beach on that Wednesday, it was sunny and delightful. So it was like, there's the sun. It does exist. Anyways, so we get to Kentucky. We set up. There was a vendor there, and it was a lot of fun. They had, 2 or 3 other vendors, and then others that came in throughout the weekend. Wasn't smart enough to get all their names, but they were wonderful. The lady that came in on Saturday was the one, everybody kept saying, oh, she was the one at StitchCon with the tomatoes. I guess these big stuffed tomatoes. Well, there were a few of those left, but then she'd done a bunch of pumpkins in 2 or 3 colors, and they were adorable. They were and they didn't last long. Kids, they were gone. Meredith is the one that put on this retreat. She has a store that's in with a quilting store, and I believe she has an online presence too. And this was her first retreat ever. She did a phenomenal job. She knocked it out of the park. Becky Nolan, Lucy Beam, was the designer. And Megan, her daughter, Lap and Loops, was there with her gorgeous fabric. So Teresa and I went up. We sat with another Teresa and Pam from Indiana, Tammy Blaylock, and her friend Tina, who is 14 Count Ada Girl. Go check her out. She's a lot of fun too. From the minute I met her, I don't think I told her this, so if she ever watches this, Tina, you remind me of one of my good friends growing up. Her name was Carlene, or is Carlene. Don't want to jinx that. Same pretty red hair, same type of personality, very, I'm going to get it done, and this is what, if you could put the two of them in a room, you know, everybody says they have a doppelganger somewhere. And Tina and Carlene, you're it. So it was really fun sitting there with them. What else do I have? Yeah, that was everybody at my table. Did Lucy. Lucy also, I'll show you her pattern here. Pardon me, with the nose. What is it? This is like the worst ever. Is it because the heat is on? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm a nose picker. I guess that's, or a rubber. Anyways, do I have her goodies out? I do. All right. Yay. So Becky Nolan. This is the cute little project bag that her stuff came in. It's really cute. Fabric colored or covered hoop. And we got the full kit of the shelter sampler. Isn't that pretty? Oh yes, look. Oh my gosh. Shame on me. I hadn't even opened this up, but look at that. That is stinking adorable. So she has really cute floss drops with a little bling. Had already put all that on there for you. Bless their hearts. So with the called for fabric, I'm betting that's a Lappin' Loops. Am I right? It is. Small potatoes. 36. Heidi trying to speak. Take two. Small potatoes, 36 count. That's all the pretty called for. Adorable. Several people started this one. And she also gave us the Kentucky Pin Keep that she put Darth Vader on because she is a huge Star Wars fan. Just cute. So that's those. Let me show you Megan's gorgeous fabric because I couldn't get enough of it. I think I got small potatoes. I did. I got 40 count small potatoes. Color-wise, that's about right. Just a light variegation, modeling, whatever you want to call it there. Super pretty. And then a 40 count of Old Man's Beard. Just beautiful. Love the color. Love this one so much that I had her dye some Lugana of the same color that she sent. Because I was debating on what to use for my other chatelaine that I bought. So let me show you. And when you're trying to look at everything, because I wasn't smart enough to bring my floss with me, even though I knew she was going to be there, ding dong, to do a floss toss for the Sparkling Peacock. So this one, since I bought it, it's not a PDF. I have a picture of it. So that's Sparkling Peacock Chatelaine. And I have 5 tons of thread. All these beautiful greens, pinks, blues. And I was like, man, that Old Man's Beard might be really pretty with that. I don't know. And then I'm like, well, that's kind of gray. I don't know. So, still gorgeous. And I'm pretty certain I'm still going to use it. Don't you worry. But then I went down to Myrtle Beach and found some Mystic Fabrics Planetary. It's a little bit more green. So I think this is going to be my winner. What do y'all think? That's a pretty decent representation there. So yeah, they had this in 28 count and a fat half of it. There's a fair amount of blue and green in there. I need an assistant. See, I should have waited till I had Holly here to hook me up with some Vanna action. But there we go. So I'm pretty certain that's what I'm going with. Is the Planetary by Mystic Fabrics. But oh man's beard, still beautiful. This is going to be a winter piece. I'm pretty certain. That's beautiful. Anyways, so that's what I got there from those two fine ladies, and they were a lot of fun. She also taught us, she meaning Becky, a little craft, and it's buried in the bottom of my swag bag. Let me find it. Here we go. How to make these cute little felt acorns. Aren't they cute? So she brought all the little acorn tops and then all these different colors of felt. Aren't they cute? Gravity, it's a problem. Anyways, and then there was a lady there selling all these amazing wood bowls and whatnot that her dad made. Isn't that gorgeous? And they were ridiculously cheaply priced. I have his information. It was because he would mark on each one what they were made of. So that's Bradford pear. There's Andy, was it Andy Earn? I have all that somewhere. Trust me. Stay tuned. But I bought more than one. Isn't that beautiful green in there? So one's a little bit deeper than the other, but couldn't be cuter for the acorn action, right? Oh wait, there's more. Look at that little baby one. The pretty blue. That one's oak. I use that as my ort container. So there we go. Cute. And then he had a little coffee scoop. Isn't that cute? He had all kinds of stuff. They were all beautiful. And we were all like, there we go. Wilson Love Woodworks. This is cherry. Yep. $12, kids. That was $12. I had to take it home. It's adorable. Plus all these others. So look them up, definitely. Wilson Love Woodworks. Beautiful stuff. He had all kinds of different woods. And she was basically, he just wants to sell them so he can buy more materials to keep making stuff, because it's just, you know, a hobby for him. I'm like, well, that's great. He's living his best life. Who doesn't love that? Thankfully, Felix is asleep. Or somewhere else, because those acorns have somehow survived and he hasn't found them yet. This is why I don't have a lot of bowls or anything, because it was cute. I know you have no visual of this. I'll try to explain it. But the table that this is sitting on, it's an old drop leaf oak table I got from my parents, who they bought when they first bought their house from a couple. There's oak tables. I have two of them. So for the most part, or 99% of the time, I have the leaves down, right? They hang down, and they're like, whatever. So basically, when it's sitting up against the wall here, you could access it from the sides if you wanted to, and I put the footstool underneath there, because it's a really small room. I don't really use a footstool. I have my old lazy boy over here if I want to put my feet up. And every once in a while, Felix likes to sleep up there. If I can't find him, that's where I look, right? Because he likes to crawl up there. Well, he is weird about his toys, bless his heart. You know, we have some of those little kick sticks that have catnip and whatnot in them. I have them in the cat box, the toy box in the other room. He will drag them in this room every time. There for the longest time, he was always hiding them behind the couch in the living room. Like all of them. He'd pull them all out. And within a week, they're all back there. He's like, Lucy doesn't play with them. So he has no competition. But whatever. But when I pulled the leaf up and pulled the footstool out, there was one of the kick sticks and the little stuffed toy that was actually Bear, the dog that we lost last year. It was his toy, but Felix now has it. And he had stashed those up on top of the footstool. Cats are interesting. Don't you wish you knew what the heck was going on in their head sometime? Anyways, I digress. What else? I met Karen the monogamous, right? Karen, yeah. The recovering monogamous stitcher. She couldn't have been more adorable. She was staying at our hotel, and I think Teresa saw her first. She's like, was that the recovering monogamous stitcher? And I'm like, why, yes. Yes, it is. And she turned around. She could not have been more delightful. Very gracious lady. Came up to me later and gave me the cutest little baggie of goodies with her floss drops in there and a couple little sweet gifts. She has cute floss drops too. Blue Jay. If you don't already watch her, go check her out. And also, and there was, because I've used it several times, I bought this little thing there by that vendor that had all the tomatoes and the pumpkins. She had all kinds of cool stuff. Anyway, scattered throughout here. It had the little tomato in there, but this is what Karen had given me as well, a little pin and a snag nabbit that I've used entirely too much. And the cute little scissors. Isn't that adorable? And then wouldn't you know it, one of the table gifts from Rachel, my friend at the next retreat. I could have picked a different color when I bought it, but that's the one that caught my eye. But Rachel made these for each one of us. Isn't that adorable? We got a 26 and a 28 needle. And this cute little teeny tiny thing of buttons. So adorable. Little snippers. Thank you, Rachel. Oh, and her. She has a floss drop too. Rachel Hoke. She's delightful. Follow her on Instagram. I think she's on Instagram. Rachel, are you on Instagram? This is just her email. But yeah, she is a delight. So yeah, I was like, oh, I have two. So can't beat it. Can't beat it. So yes, met up with Karen, Jennifer, also just a lot of really kind, wonderful people at that retreat. Highly recommend it. I know I will show you some of my other cool stuff that I bought there. Make sure I don't have anything else to say. Yeah, she had, well, as far as retreat goes, like I said, highly recommend it. She's doing it again next year, next September. I will give you that information as soon as I get to it. There's a flyer that she gave us. It's September 19th through the 21st next year. And she had great swag. Everybody got a door prize, and they were nice door prizes. I mean, nice door prizes. So I think she's increasing it to like 60 people next year. You just have to, I think, send her a message, and she will get you on the list. And as soon as you have a deposit, she's going from there. So it's not like super over the top. That's how she's handling it so far. But if you're interested, definitely go check it out soon, and I will give you the information here in a minute, and I will also leave it in the show notes. So again, she was there with I guess her store is in with a quilting store. And of course, I don't recall the name of it. It might be on one of these things here. It's on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, they were all delightful, and she was selling Lady Dot rickrack by the yard. That's what I'm sitting here trying to untangle. It's not worth it. Look at those beautiful colors. It was like nothing. So I'm like, oh, one of these days I'm going to do some finishes. Those will come in handy. There's that. My little, this is from Teresa. This is her little gift. Table gift. Some goodies. Candy, a pen. More fun. Floss. Look at those. I love that little, you see that? Little sewing machine. That's adorable. We had a lot of fun. Their swag bag had like lens wipes, little stuff, all kinds of gizmos. There's that. And then again, from the lady that did the pumpkins, she had a bunch of these little guys. She had little baby tomatoes on everything. It was adorable. Like, everything. I'm like, where'd you get all these little pumpkins at, or tomatoes at? They're stinking cute. I think I got one that says Sampler and one that says Stitcher. Adorable. And then this was one with our swag bag. Just the Retreat scissor fob. Very cute. Oh, here we go. Just Jennifer KY on Instagram gave us some cute little floss drops. This was part of our swag bag. And let me see, Tammy and Tina. Ooh, man down. Gave us a cute little Ort jar. I think this is Tammy's card. Look, another little tomato. I'm tomatoed up. But Tammy had a really cute little bling and needle minder. Okay, let's see what else I just threw on the floor here. The other Teresa that we met made an adorable retreat mat. And it even has the little, look at that, little needle book. Tucks in one of the pockets. We all got to pick one. That was adorable. Let me see. Oh, yeah. I'll show you this if I can see the picture. Oh, here we go. Just another small Lucy bean with all the goodies that go with it. And a needle. Bless y'all who think we're starting stuff at the retreats. Yeah, a lot of people did. I was jumping up and down a lot being a vendor. I didn't get to stitch nearly as much as I want to, but I mean, we never get to stitch as much as we want to at retreats. But that's all right. Got a little blackbird. Moments of Glad Grace. I don't know if that's relatively new or not. Y'all know better than I do, but I just thought it was adorable. There's more of the projects on the back. You know, I'm a sucker for borders. All right, here's the flyer she gave us for the retreat. Just wanted to show that you got the information for Meredith here at the bottom. Meredith Weedman and how to contact her. So take a still shot of that. It was a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. They're going to have it at the same place. Parking was good. There was a hotel literally just down the road. Other people were staying at Airbnbs. A cute little town. A lot of really neat shops. If it hadn't been raining the entire time, I'm certain we probably would have went shopping, but it wasn't worth it. So yeah, highly recommend it. Check it out. Lucy, of course, had a trunk show. I think this is the one I won. My door prize, there you go, was a free pattern. So I got to pick out another Lucy Beam pattern. I don't think I'd seen that one before, so snagged it. Sorry that you get to see the top of my head, because I dropped everything on the floor. Friends are the flowers of life. I thought that was really pretty. And a friend's gift. Oh, these are, oh wait, that's not Lucy Beam, that's Pineberry Lane. Sorry, a friend's gift. And this is a pendant stitching kit that I shoved something in front of, so course, with the goodies. And then, who is this by? Oh, Annie B's. They had these done up. Let's Go Sledding, the sled ornaments. You can see those. They're so cute. I know I have some of those little sleds, so. But even I thought if you just did them up without them being on the sleds for a tiny little tree, that would be really cute. Oopsie. Thought this was gorgeous. Gorgeous. Erin Elizabeth Designs. Isn't that pretty? I had not seen that before. I love chickadees. Blossoms and Birds. That's what that's called. There's that. Again, the lady with the tomatoes. Flips open. I mainly got that to show Kevin. I was like, hey Kevin, look at that. Do I have any? What are these, 103s? I don't. I'm sure it'll happen eventually. Give me time. Well, here's another little good thing. And Miyazano gave us this little cute thing. A little waxer and a threader. Thank you, thank you. What else have I missed? People had little stickers. I think that was in my quart jar from Tammy and Tina. I think that's it. Amazingly enough. I've hit the bottom of one pile. Now, what that leads me to is what I bought at Village Simpler. Oh yeah. I've not opened the bag since I've been home. I'm like, oh, look at that. It's like Christmas. Oh gosh. Okay, they had, of course, well, all their, I tell you, words are hard. A bunch of really cool Halloween stuff. So here is Primrose Cottage, Salem Sisters Stitchery. Isn't that cute? And I had I bought that one when I was at Keepsakes, so I figured I might as well get its sister, right? Technically, literally. And then Witch Training Academy, Kathy Barrick. I've seen this one stitched up a lot. They also had a bunch of the glow-in-the-dark beads. And I thought that would be really cute on some of those stars. Or on the eyes of the bats and whatnot. That'd be kind of freaky. So that's what I bought those for, to play with. Some random floss that I needed. Some Pony Blacks. 28. Who doesn't like that? I mean, since we were going to do the Lucy Beam thing, the Disturbed Women Ward, that might make its way into work eventually. Thought this one was cute too. My Big Toe cross-stitch design. Quoth the stitcher, I need more. Yes, I do. Don't we all? And then Satsuma Street. Oh, look at that little bird. That was too stinking cute. I love, love, love her colors. I need to get more of her stuff. So I did. Here's the French hen. They had one of the kits there. I love all of these little kits that she does. They're so adorable. I love that she uses beads and sequins and whatnot. So I snagged a French hen. And then, of course, Brenda Gervais, Woodland Witch. Oh my gosh, I just saw some of her Christmas ones coming out. Oh, I need 3 lifetimes, Brenda. I need 3 lifetimes. All right, I think that's everything from Village Sampler. Give me a second to make a path to Myrtle Beach stash. Oh my gosh, the nose. Oh, ridiculous. All right. Well, actually, believe it or not, I had bought a couple things. I know. I was getting low. Before I went to the retreats. Because Crochet Go-Go, I can't resist, and she had just put out the Halloween sampler. And at the Myrtle Beach Retreat, I got to meet Stacy 911 Stitcher and Michelle, made by Michelle McGraw, and they started this one at that retreat. I was like, man, had I known, if I could keep up with everybody's videos, I don't know. I'd have kitted this bad boy up, but that's all right. Love this one. I think I have to find a cool dark fabric to do that on. Anyways, there's that. And then Emmeline Purnell. Got that one because I fell for those pretty red flowers and that border. Someone had told me to try this. You've all heard me complain about my white and black stitching. I was trying to read that, but of course that's impossible. Oh, the floche, is that how you say it? So I got one red, one white, one black. Oh my. Can't even do my colors. And then, because I couldn't resist the colors, here's a long dog for you. Whichever one that is. Descending Order. And some of the pretty blues and purples that go with it. Okay, now we're getting to a pile I can see. There at the retreat, there was one other vendor besides me. And she had found all these adorable little, there were teacups, there were egg cups, all kinds of cute little things that she made pin cushions out of, and she had little pins in each one. The turtle pins were some swag that the little swag fairy runs around and gives you at the Myrtle Beach Retreat. Adorable. Who isn't a sucker for a pin cushion? I know I am. Other little swag things they gave us was, here we go. I don't know, it's upside down backwards for everything. You tell me which way it's supposed to go. There we go. Beach Retreat 2024. They had switched venues this year. Last year when I was there, we were closer to Broadway by the beach, that mall over there. Or Broadway at the beach, whatever it's called. And this year we were right on the ocean. So we were at the Doubletree, right beside the state park. And I mean, the whole big room, we were up on the 2nd floor. You looked out and you just saw nothing but water. It was gorgeous. It was wonderful. Wonderful time. It's exactly where they're going to have it in February. I think sign-ups for that are this coming Saturday at 10 if you want to go. You may or may not see something familiar to you there. Just saying, throwing that out there. I cannot make it to that one, but I will be there in the fall, God willing, if I can wheedle my way in. And if I can't, I already told them I would be a vendor again. So if I can't be there to stitch, I'll be there as a vendor next October. So come and see us. Hang out. This place had a lazy river. I went there purposely a day early. And I floated that lazy river like it was my job Thursday morning. And it was delightful. Just saying. Come on. Meet me there. Another cool swag thing they did is they gave us a towel, a beach towel with their really cool M logo on it, which I couldn't possibly show you because it's too big. Ta-da! There it is. And we got a little whatever that is, highlighter. Little crab. Crabs were kind of the theme. There were crabs everywhere. They had crabs hidden throughout the room. And if you found one of the crabs, you got to pick from the treasure chest. They were randomly drawing names throughout the days, so you can come pick goodies out of the treasure chest. And there were all kinds of stuff. Patterns, floss, all kinds of goodies. They had raffles going. Gosh, would they have 7, 8, 9 different huge baskets of awesome stuff. Every retreat they pick a charity. There's the word. A charity to support. This time around, it was mainly raffles and whatnot. Me and the other vendor, we gave a donation. That was part of the deal, because normally they don't accept, they don't want people selling their stuff there. I get it. This is their, it's their store, it's their livelihood. Understand, they don't care if you let them know. They'll make you a vendor as long as you make a donation to the charity. And I mean, why not? So, but then there, like I said, a bunch of raffles. They were amazing. They did it. Whoever put them all together, it was a little bit of everybody, knocked it out of the park. It was wonderful. Another little swag thingy here. That's this cute little, oh, that's adorable. It has a long story that goes with it, but it's cute little bling. 4-year zipper pull, or whatever you want to make it. That's pretty. Very cool. I think this was a table gift or yeah. It gets confusing. There were so many people dropping off goodies, or between that and your table mates. Look at that. Little chicken. With some floss. Oh, I'm pretty certain. Was that you, Hildegard? I think that was. My table mates for this one were three of them were the same as last year. So it was Rachel, Hildegard, and Nikki. The other two from last year, they were there. So like I said, it was Beth, Red Cross Stitcher, her, and Stacy and Michelle, and I forget the other 2 or 3 ladies, their names. Oh gosh, I can see their faces. Anyways, they were right beside us. And then Kim from last year, she was beside us. She was like the social butterfly. She hopped from one table to the next. She was everywhere. Another little freebie somebody had dropped off. So cute. Now this lady, there were a bunch of other Flosstubers there. I don't think I wrote them all down. Let me see if I did. I did. Woohoo! I was gonna say, on the Facebook page, they had started a list. This lady walked around and gave us these cute, adorable cards. She is Flosstube on Instagram, Southern Yankee Stitcher. Is that not awesome? She said that is her mom on the end. Your vibe attracts your tribe. I think that is amazing. And she did this as a tribute to her mom. Like, she gave us some cards and envelopes. I thought that was awesome. So if you haven't already watched her, go check her out. You see some of the others that were there that I haven't mentioned. Stitching Scotty was there. Mischievous Stitches. Amy Loves Toads. 911 Stitcher, made by Michelle McGraw. Red Cross Stitcher. Sea Dragon's Lair. Criminally Creative. Southern Yankee Stitcher. Steadfast Stitcher. My mouth goes quicker than my brain. And Jean Farish Needleworks. Those are the ones I saw on our list. I'm pretty certain I met at least half of them, if not more. So yeah, if you haven't seen them already, go check them out. I'm going to put all that information down in the show notes too. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, that's right. They had fire dancers. It was really cool. So Amy and Memory, the owners of Barefoot Needleart, and their team knocked it out of the park. They did a great job. It was so much fun. They've always been a great group. They had a smalls exchange. I'll show you my small here. You already saw what I gave on the last video, even though it wasn't finished, but it did make it into a frame. they had, yep, fire dancers, a local group. And they had, I mean, kids that could sit there and do the hula dance and all kinds. I mean, just amazing. Of course, we were inside, so it wasn't real fire. They were like LED lights on the ends of the whatevers. They were really cool. Really neat to see. Something you don't see every day, right? I didn't even have to go to Hawaii to see it. It was great. Like I said, the next retreat is February 7th through 9th. And I wrote that down. Registration opens October 19th on their website at, I believe, 10 a.m. So if you've never been to one of theirs, highly recommend it. They've always done a great job. All right, the small exchange. I'm a sucker for a good box. We've already established that. For those that are new, check me out on Instagram. I have a story about it. Anyways, this is what was inside. She had made this adorable, cute little pillow. So I'm going to stick it up there with last year's small. And then, cute little bag with some scissors. Oh my goodness. Hey, she knew. Can never have enough of these. Another little zipper pole. A little cute little hand towel. Isn't that adorable? She did a great job. Joyce, I believe that was her name. Of course. Did I write it down? I wasn't smart enough to write it down, and when I'm on the spot, I never remember names. Pretty certain name was Joyce. I had to have him ask, who was this? Because a lot of people didn't put their name with it. Just fine. But I wanted to say thank you, because she did a great job. I just love it. Especially, I've never seen the iridescent unicorn scissors. That is adorable. And I got a cool thing to stick on there. All right. There's that. Oh, wait. There's more. There's more. All right. This is from... Oh, wait. This is Hildegard. Or Nikki. Hildegard. You get too much stuff, people. You get too much stuff. It's cute little... And some rings. And some awesome floss. And some finishing, little cute little tart. Aren't those cute? I guess they're telling me something. I guess I need to finish some stuff. Yeah, I know. Coming soon. There's your tease. And then this, I believe, was Nikki's. So it was a nice little project bag. Pocket hug. Adorable. For your glasses. God knows. My glasses. Oh, the cool wood floss drops. And the finishing. Or the world's tiniest charcuterie board. Look, it's pretty tiny. And a really awesome needle holder. It's like she did not put needles in there. Good. Okay. I was like, she thought of everything. Okay. Awesome to have for your project bags. And then we have some flamingo stickers. With the little 2024 charms. I don't want to pull them out of there because I'll lose them. That's it. There's all that awesome stuff. They had a trunk show of Atomic Ranch and Rogue fabrics. They had all kinds of stuff at the shop. So I got some 46 count Dune. Because I just know there's a sampler somewhere that needs 46 count Dune. I do their project of the month, her quarter bag. So that's what it was this time. With the cute little pumpkin. I like the metallic fabrics. I'm a sucker for those. Oh, I could see the bottom. This was their Stitchy Pros, Holly Freeman. She was there at the retreat. And that was her little design for us that some people had stitched up in a day. It was very cute. Couldn't resist. Some more Brenda, the summer swan. I just saw her Christmas swan. I just saw the picture for Artsy Housewives. I forget the name of it, but it's the house with the owls on it. Oh my. Yes, please. That was gorgeous. I don't know that it's been released yet. I think it's coming out here soon. Some more Brenda, When Witches Go Riding. These might get started soon. How stinking cute. Look at that. Look at those cats. Those little pumpkins everywhere. Oh my gosh. The moon laughs and whispers 'tis near Halloween. Yeah, right? Without my glasses? That is cute. I'm just now really looking at this. What is it with the... Brenda, what is that? I'm looking at these two little witches. It looks like synchronized flying with the arms out and the pumpkins on there. I love it. They're adorable. I'm easily amused. Anyways, Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. Blackbird Sampler. Adorable. And Toddy, Tiny Modernist. I mean, I love all her stuff too. The Stitch Witch. Have you seen this one? Am I just the one that's behind? Entirely possible. Look at all that. Very cute. And last but not least, I think, was Steno Stitches. She had a trunk show. Have you seen her project keepers? I don't know what she calls them, but that's what it reminds me of. It has the pockets, thread bed, needle minder, little crocheted zipper pull. My goodness. I just kind of fell for the little birds on the teacups. Bird nerd. Or what do the sisters call it? Freak for the beak. Who else? Oh, yeah, thank you. Bougie Stitchers too. They had Jen, bless Jen, she had bought some more of the floss drops. Wowzer. She was showing them. Of course, she got some with crowns on it. If you watch the Bougie Stitchers, you know they're all about straightening someone's crown. So she had gotten some that had crowns on them. And some dogs. And I'm pretty certain Nancy may have stolen the dogs from her. I don't know. Anyways, thank you, Jen. All right, Etsy update. Got some new stuff coming. I will show you that in the next video because I don't quite have it together yet. But the stuff that I just listed this past week were these little guys. I have 11 different types as I throw them at you. They are thread conditioners. It's soy wax, slightly scented. That smells delightful. That one's banana nut bread. Let's see if I can remember them all. Banana nut, apple basket, creme brulee, lavender, rose water, brown sugar and fig, mango and coconut, mistletoe, Christmas Eve. I'm up to 9. There's two more. They all smell great. It's I run my thread over it. Stacy, 911 Stitcher, she loved it because she would just rub it on her thing or on her finger when she was using silk. She said it really helped the thread go over her finger without getting snagged. The joy of silk. I just love them. I love that you get a little bit of a scent. You know, I love thread conditioner anyways, but you know, they never had a smell. Except beeswax, which I thought was a little dry. And to me, beeswax smells like wet wool. I have that reference because I've dyed a bunch of wool in my life. And it's not a bad smell. It's just a very distinct smell. So I'm like, I'd much rather smell banana nut bread or mistletoe, which is a really light pine smell without it being overwhelmingly pine. Brown sugar and fig is my absolute favorite. Although I did just buy a new scent that's coming out. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but it's really, really good. Anyways, more scents are coming. These are already listed on the Etsy store. These are already listed on the Etsy store, but I finally got my new logo. So I switched them up a little bit. These are project bag tags. And you can get a pack of 10 of them for $10. And you get the little gourd pin on it. So, you know, for the bags out there that aren't vinyl and you don't know what the heck's in it, clearly I don't have one on there yet, but you can stick it on there. There's those. The other big thing, I've got the pictures taken. I just haven't got them listed, but give me the next day or so. Definitely by the end of the week, I'll have these on there. And I'll put them on Instagram too. This is all the different thread books that I had, that I have left. So I have bigger ones. And I have smaller ones. And some even are matchy-matchy. Look at that. Depends on the size of your project, of course. They each come with a little piece of vellum and a set of stickers. So you can write your number on there. Stick your floss on there so you don't have to put them back on the drops. And then they have little magnets. Ta-da. So it stays closed. Or if you leave it open, you can put your needle minder on the magnet to keep it lifted up there, or just use that as a needle minder, whatever you want to do. I love them. I know I'm a little biased, but I really do love using them. I have different holiday ones. I have some fall that are left. They got picked over pretty good. I had dog and cat ones. I don't have any of those made up right now, but I will eventually. Got some different colors. You can kind of see them up close. These are all still the smaller ones. Got a camping one. Reindeer. Let me see. That's basically it. I think there's another. I really like this one. So they either have, let me see, like a felt. Well, actually, that's not felt either. Felt as a binder. Or it's dyed over dyed wool. What I tell you about all that wool dyeing from the past? It's amazing. All the 5,000 crafts I've done in my lifetime have kind of come together here in this interesting little book. So I owned a scrapbook store in the early 2000s. Thank you, paper. Yes, I overdyed wool for either rug hooking or penny rugs. I've done all of that. There's the wool. And then cross stitch, thread book. So, random different whatever covers. And of course, recently, I don't have any to show you just yet, but Maybe I've started putting some fabric on them. Maybe they'll match some project bags my sister's making. Maybe they'll be sold as a set. If you've made it this far and you've watched it, you deserve to know what's coming in the next video. So that'll be up next. All right, kids, that's everything. God bless you if you've made it all the way through this, or even if you've just scanned through it. I certainly appreciate you spending the time with me. And I will see you all in a few weeks. Go out there and enjoy some pumpkin something or other. Bye.